Hello guys, it's me, Villainous Shoulder Tutorials. A couple of days ago, over on all my social media accounts, I asked you guys to send in your Pride makeup looks. Because if there's anything I love doing is using my platform to support other artists. And I've been doing that using my Instagram story takeovers, where so many incredible artists have taken over my stories and have shown their art. But today I wanna go the extra mile. So after I saw James Charles recreating his followers' makeup looks, I was like, aha, that's what I want to do too, to be able to use my platform and get other names out there. Cause Lord knows this community needs some new names. So I asked you guys, and let me tell you, the replies to the tweet have been insane. I have seen talent upon talent upon talent, and there simply put were too many incredible iconic looks to choose from. But for today, I have decided to go with this look by Ellis Atlantis. And oh my God, oh my God. So I really want to do my spin on that, use him as an inspiration and see what I can come up with. And not only am I doing that look today, I'm also talking about Pride, the LGBTQ plus family, me entering the rainbow family. It's about to get very colorful up in here. Let's go. All right, as always, not to prime is a crime. So today I'm going in with this. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refined Zone Treatment. This is really, really strong at keeping oils at bay. It's a good primer. Clearly, maybe it's not that clear, I already blocked out my brows, so those are pushed up and ready to get covered. I am now gonna use a little bit of color correction underneath my eyes to get rid of my lack of sleep. I am using the Charlotte Tilbury color correctors. Now, if you're celebrating Pride at home, please don't celebrate it out in public. You know, we still have a pandemic going on. And you are looking for some makeup inspiration because there were so many options to choose from when it comes to the Pride looks that you guys sent in. I also did a look on Instagram. Looks like this. So if you want to see a little quick tutorial on that, head over to Instagram at NikkieTutorials. So Ella's looks like a beautiful blank canvas underneath the colors and the artwork. So I'm gonna go with the most heavy duty foundation that I know of. And that, by far, is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation. I'm gonna be using a little bit of a lighter color. I'm using 730. As always, if you love Juvia's Place and you wanna save some money, you can use discount code Nikkie at checkout. Oh, this coverage is insanity. It is insane. While I apply my foundation, let's look at a couple of your questions. Melly is asking, I know it was painful in the beginning of the year for you, but are you glad it happened? This is a really beautiful but difficult question to answer because, let's put it like this. I didn't come out under my own timing. I was forced out, and forcing a come out is never ever acceptable. And I'm afraid by me saying that, oh my God, yes, it changed my life and I finally feel so free, that it almost would approve what my blackmailer did to me. It has been really liberating. It has been so freeing to not have a care in the world. Like, and you guys notice it in the videos too. Like, I see you commenting it all the time. You're like, you are happier than normal. You are like more radiant and more you compared to before. And I definitely agree with that. You know, I feel like all boundaries are lifted for me. Like, I can feel like I can finally be 100% myself, but in no way am I saying that my blackmailer did the right thing, because I had to come out by my own timing, not my blackmailers. If I look at myself today, I'm happy, I feel loved, I feel welcomed by most of you. And I feel like the most heaviest weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and that is a good thing for me and my health. Okay, this is scary. I'm wearing lighter contacts, my brows are gone. Let's move on. Makeup by Iraj. I hope I'm saying that okay. So what is your favorite and dislike thing in this whole world? And by this whole world, I'm assuming the rainbow family. We're concealing, by the way. I think my favorite thing about this rainbow family is the unity we have together. It's like, oh, we're all in this together. Like, I love this sort of like unwritten rule of like, fighting for each other. But on the other hand, it kind of goes with one of my dislike things about this is that we need more attention for certain groups in our rainbow family. Black trans lives need more love. Clockable trans women need more love. When I came out, the #1 comment was, "Oh my God, I never would have guessed." And even though I'm very aware that it's coming from a good place, you're also saying, wow, but if you were clockable, this would have been a different situation. I had the luxury of having a very supportive mom at Tutorials who supported me in all my decisions, but not everybody has that option. Not everybody has that choice. So we need to be open and respectful and welcoming to those who started their journey a little bit later on. Okay, now let's bake that cake. Okay, to kind of get where I'm going, let me do one eye off camera so I know exactly what to tell you when I do the other eye. Here we have one eye and a brow. Honey, a brow. So let's get to that first. Of course, I covered my brow using a glue stick, covered that up in concealer, set it with powder. So now we can create any type of brow that we want. And since this is a pop art look, we want this to be very cartoonish. So I want the front of the brow to be rounded. So I'm searching for a brush that kind of gives me that shape in one go. So you wanna flatten it as much as you can. Then pick up your black eyeshadow and you almost wanna like stamp in the front of the brow using the shape of the brush, so it gives you that rounded effect. Once you have the front of that brow, you can hop over to a regular brow brush and just fill in the shape how you like it. Now it's pop art with a little bit of drag and lots of pride, so we can get a brow on, okay? Now that is what I call a brow. Okay, now that the brow is on, it is time to play with our shadows. So there's gonna be multiple colors on the face underneath the pop art. So this eye is blue, and I was like, you know what? Trans, let's do the other eye pink. The palette I'm gonna be using today is by Be Perfect Cosmetics. This is the Carnival Extra Large Pro palette in collaboration with Stacey Marie. Look at all these beautiful shades. Okay, so before we do that though, prime. Verena asks, are people still calling you he? And what do you do about it? Especially when it happens in person. I mean, some people are definitely still calling me he. It's mostly by older white men who are too scared that their masculinity will be affected by us. And what I do about it, well, nothing much, because there's not a lot you can do. With people like that, it's like talking to a wall. People like that will not be educated. They have their opinions and they're gonna stick with it. You know, simply put, they just don't have the range to understand. It's like they went back a couple of centuries and never evolved. And I'm not gonna lie, at first it was really hard for me because when I started my YouTube channel, you know, the hate comments usually would say, oh my God, she's fat. Like, go eat a burger or two less. And the thing about hate comments is the more you get them and the more you read the same thing over and over and over again, it stops affecting you. And the same thing has happened to people calling me he or any of those terms, because the more you see it, the more it kind of like falls off of you and it doesn't affect you anymore. So I'm happy that that happened, because in the beginning I was like you can call me fat, you can call me ugly, I've been called that my entire life, but being called he or tranny was something new in my life. And since it's such a vulnerable subject to me, it was like they had like a straight road down to my heart to be able to crush it. So I'm happy that that road is now closed off. You know, every now and then you will wake up feeling very spicy and you're willing to fight back. And that is absolutely okay. You know, if you're in the mood to fight back, fight back. But coming from me, I'm just like, they're never gonna learn. It's like talking to a wall. I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna buff out the edges, make them nice and big. This is not the look to hold back. We're gonna use a lot of colors. The rainbow is gonna be applied all over the face. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this. It is Pride, baby. Dana or Dana Montoya is asking, Trinity the Tuck or Shay? Honey, Shay Coulee every day, any type of day, always Shay Coulee. I am so obsessed with Shay. She needs to win All Stars 5. And you know, you might have to keep an eye out on my channel soon. On the lid, there's a color in this palette called Pink Me, and it's like this white duochrome pink purple. Oh, do you see that? Oh, yes, yes, yes. For the bottom, we're just gonna take those same colors and smoky smoke out that lower lash line. You do want to leave like the tiniest gap on the inner corner to extend the eye with eyeliner later on. So we're just gonna give it that space. And once you've done that, it is time for the liner. And this will be the first step towards this sort of art pop, yes, queen. So we're gonna do a very big winged liner, and then we're gonna whoop it into the crease, add some lashes, and make it one cartoony heaven. And while I do that, I wanna discuss the most asked question that I received. Do you have any advice on dealing with a homophobic or transphobic family without confrontation? This question got sent in so many times. It really shook me up a little bit because I had such a loving, warming family, most of my family. On my father's side, the family wasn't accepting at all. So I definitely know what you're talking about. Ever since I was little and showcasing what I felt, they just never understood or wanted to understand what I was going through. So I definitely know what it feels like to get rejected by a certain part of your family. The only healthy option for me was to cut that part of the family out of my life because it was toxic and draining. But cutting off family, and especially when it's your parents, is not that easy. And I would like to point out that you don't have to come out. Coming out is a personal decision. If you feel like you're not ready yet, you're not ready yet. The timing is yours. I did not have that option. And I feel like a lot of people will focus on the reaction of other people, but you have to remember that you're doing this for you. You have to allow people to be shocked. People, when they hear this, they need time to take in the news, and they can be sensitive about their feelings too. I think it's best to pick a quiet, calm time when you tell people, which will give you all the time to talk about it. If family or friends react in a negative way, it won't necessarily be how they always feel. Give them time to get used to the news. First reactions most often aren't always lasting reactions. And I also just want to say that I'm so incredibly proud of you. Coming out is one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing to do in your life. So the fact that you feel that you are ready to do it means so much. And you've already won such a great, great battle to overcome the fear. And I couldn't be more proud of you. I remember the day I was sitting in the studio and I had to do it worldwide. It was the scariest day of my life up until the moment I uploaded because I was overwhelmed with so much love. So I know how frightening it feels. I know how scary it is. And I know that at this moment, it feels like you may lose all your friends, like you may lose your family. I know it sounds so weird, but we as the Rainbow family, we understand. So know that if your friends don't want to understand or your family doesn't want to understand, there's a huge community here ready to give their love to you and to catch you and to lift you up. We are here. Okay, so that eyeliner be looking hella good. Now it is time to grab black eyeshadow and do the same to the bottom. And then for the lashes, we'll use the liner again. See, stamp, 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 stamp. And now with my Morphe white liquid liner in the color Blank Slate, I'm just gonna pop some white on this inner corner and this outer corner. By the way, if you ever wanna buy anything Morphe and you wanna save a little bit of money, I have a discount code, I have one too. It's Nikki at checkout. All right, let's pop a lash on. Ta-da! This is a banger of a look, and you could totally stop here. Contour, bronze, blush, highlight, do a lip. You done. This is a beautiful trans pride look, but Ellis went the extra mile, and we're about to catch up. So what I'm gonna do now is take multiple bright colored eyeshadows and start contouring the face, rainbow style. From the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, I'm picking up the orange, and with this, I'm gonna start coloring in my temples and part of the forehead. Next up, I'm taking Ecstasy from the palette we've been using all along. Now this color is bright, people. It is bright. By the way, me moving on towards the temple of my face is reminding me so much of the video where I used all my eyeshadow palettes in my collection, 171 to be exact, on my face. It's bringing back memories. Then grabbing this yellow, and we're gonna use this as a contour slash blush. Then grabbing some more pink. That's going here on this side of the cheek. Do the nose. Let's do some lilac on the chin. Now with eyeliner, we're gonna add the pop art lines. Yes! Then using that Morphe white liner, we're gonna add some highlights. All right, I quickly added my neck area to finalize the fantasy. And now as a final step, of course, some red lips. And that is my interpretation on Ellis Atlantis's rainbow pop art look. This is me recreating one of my followers' Pride makeup looks. And boy, did I have some fun. I think Ellis's is way, way better than mine, but dang it, it's the fun that counts. For today's Dutch word of the day, thank you so much for commenting on my last video. Of course, it can only be one word. Rainbow. Welcome to the rainbow family. Regenboog. Regenboog. I am part of the Regenboog family. As always, if you want to get featured in my next video, all you have to do is leave the Dutch word of the day down below in the comments. And who knows, you might see your face pop up in the next one. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you are celebrating Pride this year, I am so happy to be part of the Rainbow family officially this year. And hopefully next year it's on to celebrate outdoors, okay? But for the meantime, we can celebrate indoors with all this makeup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.